So to begin with, I would start with a surface that might be just a little bit lower than this, something that's going to be really stable for you to step up on, maybe about half this size. And then as we progress, some of our progressions are increasing the height of the box and then also increasing our weight. So just to start out with, I would go for something maybe about half the size of this, just to get the form down and get the balance down. Again, I would really highly recommend that you're next to something like a wall or a pole that you can hang on to, because the point of this exercise, yes, it is to build stability. However, we're really trying to build muscle here, so we're not trying to add a lot of external factors. We really just want to focus on the mind-muscle connection and how much weight we're lifting and how high our box is. So again, stability isn't as much of a factor here. Just the fact that we're on one leg is doing that for us. We're trying to work on muscle imbalances between both of the hips. So to start out with, I'm actually not going to have my weight. So from here, there's kind of a system. There's a certain way that we're going to do these step ups. So I'm going to start by putting the weight about in my forefoot, and I'm going to think about, as I drive that foot down, I'm going to turn on this glute. So drive the foot down, kind of think about pressing the glute toward one side of the room, and from here, I'm going to drive my foot into the box to tap and come up. This is where that stability surface is really, really helpful. You can grab onto whatever pole or wall you have, and I really want to slow negative here. I want you to control that descent. So I'm coming slow on the way down, and then I'm just kind of tapping that foot. Most of my weight is still in this foot, and then I'm coming up. Drive that foot, slow, tap that foot. 80% of my weight is still in this foot. Drive up. Again, slow, letting that knee come close to over that toe, tap, come up. So we're keeping about 80% of the weight in this front foot at all times. So if we were going to load this as a progression, I would recommend something relatively light, so something like a 10-pound weight. I'm going to hold it in the opposite hand so I'm not interfering, a weight interfering with this leg. So here's what it would look like with the weight. Big inhale and a big exhale. Drive. And then slow, almost like you're hinging into a deadlift. Tap, drive, hinge, knee comes forward, tap, drive. So ideally, we're not pressing off with this foot that is coming onto the ground. We're thinking about keeping the force primarily the foot into the box. That's what's getting you up, not this back leg touching and tapping onto the ground. So again, this is really good for your lateral hip stability. We have our progressions as a regression. Again, hold on to that surface, limit the box height. And you can also, as another thing, you can also do this with no shoes. If you really want to challenge your ankle stability, I would highly recommend maybe doing it with no shoes, just kind of seeing how it feels.